but are great once only from Todd English. Take a look. Now, the entire magic here is I want you to see this is called a vertical release, as opposed to some of the pasta makers out there that are horizontal releases. When that pasta comes out horizontally, it has a tendency to possibly clump up and or crack and break. Todd English said, no, that's not how we're going to make our pasta in my machine. It's going to be coming out vertically. Now, this is a final quantity item, which means once we sell these out, they are completely gone and it's not coming back. We have it in Merlot and we have it in red. It is the easiest pasta machine. You just put the ingredients in and you watch it go. Deb Murray is here to show us how this works, and then I'll show you what you're getting here in just a moment.
Well, I mean, when you think about homemade pasta, and I would think about it, what we would have to do is you know, get flour all over the counter. You'd make the dough, let the dough rest. Then after you let the dough rest, then you'd have to extrude it 4 or 5 times through your pasta machine, and that just became something that most of us didn't want to do. Now, with this Todd English fully automatic pasta maker, you simply load it, and I'm using my Pro Keepers to keep my flour nice. It's 3 cups of flour. You even get the measuring cup included with this. You get the leveler included with this, but you take 3 cups of flour. It has salt in it. You're going to add 3 eggs with a little oil and a little water, but you're not going to put all your liquid in at once, and I'll explain that in just a moment, because you want your pasta to resemble wet sand when you're looking at it through the front. A lot of times when we don't weigh our flour, when we just simply measure it, what will happen is we don't get accurate measurement.
Like, see what's going on?
If you don't have a Pro Keeper, maybe your flour is absorbing water. So individual results will vary. There's 3 little holes. I pressed the 3 cup button. I pressed start. And now in these tiny little holes here on the side skip, which is going to take me about 30 seconds to pour this through, then I can go about my day, go and play with the kids, do stuff in the yard, and the machine is going to extrude perfect homemade pasta. Instead of me standing in a store paying $10 a pound for it, now I can do it every single night of the week.
Now, it does come with 13 different pasta discs, including lasagna and ravioli. How does that work? How do you do that? We'll show you if we have some time, but here they are.
Do you have me to explain what each one's are?
$83.60. You want to go through?
All right, they didn't have little signs made yet, so I just want to show you. You can make homemade linguine. This is the fettuccine, which is a little thicker. Over here, this is called pappardelle. Over here, long macaroni. You can make it as the bucatini, or you can cut it into little macaronis. We have angel hair in the front. You have medium pasta, you have thick pasta, you have udon noodles, and then you have lasagna noodles, which we also give you the cutter so that you can make them into little raviolis. But you get all of those dies that fit in that drawer.
Yeah, so it's easy to do. It's a lot of fun for the entire family. If you want to get together and make pasta, fresh pasta, and it's only $83.60. Now that, first of all, is the lowest price you're ever going to see on this one. You know that we've sold these for over $100 when they came out. They're $83.60, reduced shipping and handling, and 6 monthly payments of only $13.93. You add the ingredients, you start the machine, and then you walk away. When you come back, I mean, look at what we have had here. This is amazing. We have homemade, fresh pasta for only $83.60, and there's nothing that tastes like fresh pasta.
There is absolutely nothing. There's never going to be a boxed pasta, no matter what you pay for it, that will have the texture of homemade pasta. And again, you can pay a lot of money and go to gourmet stores and buy it, or you can buy it frozen. But flour costs pennies. Eggs cost pennies. You can do this yourself at home. I love it when I work with Fatima with this, because Fatima, she's a great mom, but she's not a big cook. But she bought this because she loves pasta, and her family loves pasta. And what was nice about it was she said, in 3 minutes, I pull in the yard, and 3 minutes later, I have homemade pasta, not boxed pasta. And again, you can make, like what we're making right now. See what's coming out the front? We added in some fresh seared spinach, and I'll show you what it looks like when we pop it in there. We just sear spinach and pop it in with our flour. And now we're making pasta that's good for you.
Oh, goodness.
Now, you're looking at little tears on the side, and you might be going, well, that's not what my pasta looked like. That was specifically designed by James Beard award-winning chef Chef Todd English. He wanted to have the little tears on it, Skip, so that it'll actually grab the pasta better instead of the smooth side pasta that's actually going to kind of repel it. But we can make beet pasta. We can make squid ink pasta. You can put cocoa powder in here, and you can make chocolate pasta with mascarpone cheese. You are only limited by your own creativity. Machines like this should cost $300-400. I know my first one from the big R company, it did, but it was a front extruding. A lot of times it would stick. You know, it was a big unit. I love that the footprint on this is small, so you're getting value. I love that all the little dies fit in the drawer.
Yep.
You know, my dad bought this, and my dad and I have had, like, we've been starting to spend time.
You have pasta night, don't you?
I go to his house and we make pasta together. That's how we spend our time. Instead of just sitting around and having coffee, like we've started doing pickling and stuff. We've decided to use our socializing doing something creative like cooking, and it's a wonderful thing.
And you know, there are a lot of vegans and vegetarians watching this program. I've got a friend who lives out in Austin. His name's Dan. He is a vegan, and he is always putting recipes on his Facebook page for his fellow vegans and vegetarians out there. What do you make that is good, that is filling, that is great? Give us, call in and tell us what your favorite pasta dish is. We would love to hear from you. But if you are watching your calories, or you're watching what you eat, and you're not eating red meats, or you're not eating your proteins, but you do love anything that's vegetarian or vegan, this may be something that you would want to add to your kitchen. It's only $83.60. It's on 6 monthly payments. We've reduced the shipping and handling for you. 30-day satisfaction guarantee. And Nina, you said there are fewer than 300. How many are in each color? Can you tell me that? In the red, 150 in the red, about 150 in the Merlot. So they're equal right now. So if you want the Merlot, it's a little bit darker. The red is a little bit more of a fire engine color. But look how fun this is going to be. You can make individual servings. You can make servings for the entire family. $83.60.
And another thing I would even consider is, like, we have a little farmer's market in Gulfport on Tuesdays where, you know, people go out and they just sell the produce in their yard. Maybe you could actually have a little hobby and make creative pasta and take it out for to the farmer's market.
Look what Patty's making.
Isn't that beautiful? That's called pappardelle.
Whoa.
So isn't that beautiful? It's a little thicker.
That's what I would love.
What we're also going to do is you can do things like adding in turmeric. We knew turmeric is so good for you.
Right here.
So that's what we've done over here. We added turmeric to it to make the udon noodles even healthier for us. We can add flavors to them. You can add spices to them. You can buy high protein flour anymore.
Sure.
You can use gluten-free flour. Now, if you do have someone that's gluten intolerant, they need to have their own machine. Because with celiac, you can't have any exposure to wheat. But at these prices, I mean, a self-standing, fully automatic pasta machine, powerful enough to extrude sheets of pasta like what you're looking at right there, that could be $300 or $400. It might be a bigger footprint. This, you're getting a James Beard Award-winning chef. He designed it. He loves it. I love it. You know, you love it. What I'm doing right now, Skip, is just so simple. It's so easy, and it is so delicious.
$125 off of our price today. That's why we call it a once only. This price only exists this hour and next hour. That's all. $83.60, $13.93, and again, reduced shipping and handling. When will this be ready?
All right, so this is all. What we do is you bring your water to the boil.
What's so funny?
The bucatini that we've got going right here, that's the hollow spaghetti, kind of like a macaroni. It's already done. It just takes a few minutes versus the box pasta. We do baby heirloom tomatoes and garlic. Yes, honey.
I thought of this question twice, and I have forgotten it twice.
Yes, love.
So if I don't ask you, I'll forget it a third time.
You're so
What do they do with the box pasta?
What do you mean?
I mean, do they coat it? Do they put anything in it? I mean,
no, it's the same thing. They let it air dry. You know, I mean, it does have a shelf life of a very long time. But can I tell you a little story?
Yeah.
And it's going to really find it disturbing. But I bought a very expensive box of dry pasta. And it was actually a bag, and it was sealed. And there was no way anything could get into it. I dumped it out, and it was full of bugs. The manufacturer's machine put flour with bugs in it to make my pasta. It was very upsetting. This way, you control the ingredients. You're getting a better texture. You're not getting additives or preservatives. You're getting an experience that, unless you went to Italy, you wouldn't get that same experience again. And again, you can make it healthy. and make it creative. What I love about cooking, Skip, is I love to eat. Don't get me wrong.
You like to watch me eat.
Love to eat. But I love more than anything to share the cooking experience with people. It's a great way to bond. You feel so good about yourself. You're teaching your kids something that when you're cooking, you're in control of your ingredients. You're saving money. You're bonding. This is better than Netflix. And I love watching TV. I'm on TV, but sometimes you just need to sit down and do something creative with the ones you love, and those things will stay with them for their whole life. And just try one batch of pasta. And like, we do want you to go back to watch the video. If you get home and you're having troubles with it, this video will show it all over again. You want it wet sand, you want to follow our recipe, you want to just cook it till it floats. I mean, it's simple, it's easy, and it is an unbelievable value today.
Do you have this later with Brian?
If we have any left, I think we do.
Okay.
But I think that with the quantity that we have today, it's a good. Look at all that spinach pasta. Do you know how good that is for you? Do you know how much iron and folic acid?
Oh my gosh, that's so
and
good.
Vitamins. And look at that mountain of it. That was just 3 cups of flour.
What I would pay for that in a restaurant?
I agree. Do you know what we pay in Mazzaro's per pound for fresh pasta that you stand in line for? And it's well worth it. I mean, you see it on the Food Network. But this is pennies. This is so easy. It'll pay for itself in no time.
Well,
but look at all that.
Later today, you may not have any of the Merlot left. You may have some of the red left. If you're interested in the Merlot, say it one more time, Nina. 50 remaining in the Merlot. That'll probably be gone by the next show with Deb and Brian this afternoon. Oh, man.
Brian,
you want some pasta?
you need to taste that.
Man,
oh my God.
days. Here.
Outstanding.
I'll just hand it over to him.